Welcome to the Terror Dome. You should be heading home, cause you could bring all of your ninjas and the Technodrome. I rip right through your flesh and bone and mental capacity. Flood your mind with atrocities and copious tragedies. This dark Sabbath is a lesson in street. The whole church of the ghetto feel the words when I preach. Amen. Let the Lord say a prayer for these niggas, that they don't end up in front of someone banging their trigger. Living life like a war pig. Fuck the law, I'm getting mine. Let the others figure what the cost is. Purchasing the fortress on gorgeous acres enormous. Car park full of foreigners and women just waiting on us. We living the dream. Y'all living like hell is earthbound. We are not the same. You've been a lame since birth, pal. I don't feel sorry. I recommend they go dirt bound. Doggy dog world, and you've been looking like Chuck Brown.
Men who like to keep their morning routine simple will love these Multi For Him gummies, specially formulated with 12 key nutrients designed to support men's daily nutritional needs. Nature-made Multi For Him gummies help support muscle and bone health. It improves your immune health, and it increases your energy metabolism. With the quality you can trust, Nature-made Multi For Him gummies have no artificial flavors, no synthetic dyes, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial sweeteners, and is gluten-free. Pharmacists around the world have recommended Nature Made to be the #1 vitamin and supplement brand. So when you need something that's going to help you get you through the day, when you need something that's going to increase your energy to help you get you through that workout, to make you perform as an elite athlete at the top of your ability, try Nature Made Multi For Him gummies, because you don't want to stop.
To the 12th round.
Well, beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, if you see this man on a dark alley, run. He will beat you up, take your wallet, and throw your ass in the trash can. He is the green-eyed bandit. He likes to fight people. Sometimes he bites people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop your daddy ass. the one and only Doc Maniacal Roosevelt. What's happening?
Yo. I tell you what, man. I have a daddy's ass to whoop this weekend, and I'm so excited. I'm coming to Canada, and I'm whooping ass on weekend. All this, right here, right, I'm telling you.
Right here in the eye socket, right? And yeah.
Take it out. Yeah, like that. Yeah. What's up there, head honcho? El Capitan, what's going on with you? How you feeling? What's going on, Brian Renegade?
Oh man, I'm blessed and highly favored, my brother. Hey, listen, we got a special guest in the building. Some might even call him a slap artist. He is the man with the glorious beard. I'm gonna go ahead and let you do due diligence.
Let me do it.
I'm gonna let you do due diligence. This needs a special touch for our special guest.
Mr. Miyagi, wax on. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the most, how can I say this? The most special talents out there that I've ever had the opportunity to meet in professional wrestling. And now he stepped into the world, the UFC world. Okay, the UFC. He has to go in there and just slap people's mamas. So good, make you want to slap your mama. Ain't that right, Willie? Boy, that's who our guest is tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to welcome my really good friend, little brother from another mother, Cooper Housley. What's going on, Cooper?
Doing well. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good.
Oh, man.
The introduction, was the introduction good? Did I do you due diligence?
Oh, you did it perfect. I was about to say, you and Justin Bernard right up there.
Oh man, I feel happy and threatened at the same time. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I say you got nothing to feel threatened about. I'm just chilling at the house with the wife and the baby right now.
Oh man, and congratulations on your beautiful baby. Man, how does it feel to be a new dad? You know what I'm saying?
So it's one of those things that you hear a lot of people talk, and you're like, oh, that's going to be so rough, and then it's not like as difficult as some people want to. Like, everyone has different situations, obviously, so I can't attest to everyone, but I don't want to say it's the hardest thing I've ever done. Like, you lose a lot of sleep and going back to work. I've only been back a couple days now with the full-time job, and so it's definitely not the easy. Like, I'm not gonna say it's a walk in the park, but it's not the hardest thing I've ever done.
Listen, I was letting you know off air that I just had a beautiful baby boy, and I'm starting to see my words. I haven't had sleep in so long. It hurts. Hey man, I know what you're going through. Just a little bit. Well, you saying you have a great experience, and I'm happy for you. But I just need a nap. That's it. I just want a nap.
That's how it is for the wife. She definitely gets. I don't like put the baby off on her by any means, but that baby, if she wants mom, she wants mom, and so there's a certain point where I'll be holding her. I'm like, no, I promise you're happy with dad, and she, no, you can screw yourself, and let me go ahead and get mom, and so mom loses a lot of sleep. But
how is mom doing? By the way, besides the lack of sleep,
she is, in my opinion, she's killing it. She's doing a really good job. I think she's hell of a mom, hell of a wife. She beats herself up a little bit too much over it, which I think is going to be the first instinct for all new moms. But I mean, I know it's taken a toll mentally and physically, emotionally, but she's absolutely soldiering on. She's killing it. She's in there hanging out with the baby now.
Good. Tell her I'm sending her my strength and healing energy and positive vibes all day.
Positive vibes. Oh man, well listen, let's get into a little bit of who you are, man. So for the people that don't know, have been sleeping under a rock or from a different planet like Roosevelt here, let the beautiful people know who Cooper Housley is.
So born in Springfield, Missouri, but primarily grew up in Aiken, South Carolina. It's like best way to describe it is it's right next to where they play the Nationals for golf. So just kind of grew up watching wrestling, loved wrestling, got into it Did some sports in high school, did sports in college, kind of saw growing up. I was like, oh, WWE loves them. Some athletes. They love former athletes. So I played football in high school, did track and field, ended up parlaying that into a track and field scholarship in college. Did that for a year, realized how deeply I hated school, every bit of it. Lasted a year, left, was not going back no matter what it was for. And then I picked up pro wrestling, started training for there. Then COVID hit. And then once COVID hit, just kind of slowed everything down. It hit, I want to say, I was supposed to debut the March where COVID really picked up and everything started closing down. Because the way I remember it is Pure for PWX. They used to be around for all the guys that remember PWX. They were about to run their Pure show, and then Pure got canceled like the day before. The day before, state of North Carolina declared their emergencies. They shut everything down, and so I was like, "Oh, sick! I just get to, wait 8 months to debut that I've been kind of training for almost a year to get ready for." But okay, we'll wait it out. Other people got bigger problems than me, and then I finally got into it. Wrestled for a little while. Saw a buddy of mine that I did track and field with in high school. Actually, I saw him online. I was like, he was posting about going to the slap thing, and I was like, that's weird. That's the slap. I saw them like they had a show on TBS for a little bit, but I was like, okay, I don't know why you would. Let me shoot him a text. I was like, why would you ever want to go do this? That looks terrible. And he was like, oh well, they flew me out to Vegas. They pay this much. They do this, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's. What did you say the email was for that? Because that doesn't really. It sounds a lot better when you throw out numbers like that.
Right.
So I was like, no, I'll throw the hat in the ring, see what happens. I was wrestling every weekend at the time still. So I was like, if nothing comes of it, nothing comes of it. If something comes of it, cool, it'll be fun. And had a 2 weeks later, maybe I got a text and they were like, hey, we're from Power Slab. You want to give us a little bit more information, a little bit more? And I was like, oh, they might actually make it a thing. All right, cool. Sent them some information, sent them some videos of like slap form, and they had these guys that have never slapped like that before sending it. So we're all like trying to figure out the angle for how we want to be seen slapping and stuff. And my buddy was like, screw it, just take a random video, send it. I was like, okay, cool. Ended up having my first fight with them at Power Slap 3. I won it by DQ, got knocked the hell out. Had never taken a real solid hit like that before. And so by the time they called me back out for my second and third fight, I was like, all right, guys, how do I defend this? Because I don't know what I'm doing. And just sat down with some of these guys who have had 10, 15 fights already. And they're like, oh, no, you just got to stand like this and lock your shoulder this way and do this and do that. And I'm like, oh, you guys put so much thought into this. I just thought you had to stand there and take it.
Right.
But,
That's what I was thinking. Stand there and take it. But there's a technique to defending against it.
There's techniques down to like how you want your feet set, where you want to be driving while you're getting hit. One of my buddies equated it, and it's the best way, and it's one of the ways that I take it, is when I'm cold, so I'm shivering a lot, so that's why I'm like stopping every couple seconds.
I know, right.
Is like a buddy of mine played football in college, and he was like, the best way to think of it is if you've ever played football and you're going just head up in the line, you don't even necessarily have to play like if you're blitzing and you're coming up and you just that initial hit, that's kind of what it's like. So it's one of those things where if you get hit and you don't really have the heart for it or the chin for it, you're going to go down. But if you can sit there and take one or two and just kind of push through those hits, it's not. I mean, I get paid pretty well to get hit just a handful of times. So,
Man, so let me ask you a question because I always wanted to ask this, and it just seems like in power slapping and some sports, the beard is cheating. So what does the beard help absorb some of the force of the slap, or is it just for cosmetics? You know what I'm saying?
For me personally, this is something that I have a terrible double chin under here. I have the worst jawline, so it's just been hiding. I've had a beard since I was 16 for that reason. You do get some people, a lot of people, whenever they get into it, they start to grow it out more. And for me, it's one of those things where it can definitely, depending on the person, it can make it a little bit harder to find your lineup point. But in terms of like padding and stuff, for the last show that I went out for, Power Slap 8, they actually implemented something new where they had, if you see the videos, my beard is in a rubber band like this.
Oh,
And in my opinion, this almost pulling it everything down almost provides more padding than it would being not. Because if it's just free, it's just free. You can still, you see people with big beards get rocked. You can still find it pretty well. Versus if you're pulling it all down, I feel like it almost compacts it into more of a guard. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they're eventually going to give us like boxing, where they're going to give us a length we can go to. It's one of those things where since it's still, we're about to have Power Slap 9 in Abu Dhabi, and it's only the ninth event. We're still every show the rules are changing, different things. Like we're figuring out what works best as for Power Slap as a company, what helps everyone out, what's going to give you more fights with less like DQs and stuff. I know they've changed up some of their stepping rules, which they were like, hey, too many people are stepping, so we're going to kind of broaden up what stepping is. And I was like, oh, you just want to see people get rocked. Cool. I was like, yes.
I feel like it's the closest thing that we have to like a straight up blood sport where you want to see somebody get knocked out. And me personally, when I used to watch boxing, I only watched the heavyweights and maybe the light heavyweights, but I loved the heavyweights, man, because you knew every time somebody was getting knocked out. It seems with Power Slap, everyone at some point has been rocked or knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I want to show the fans, man, a little bit of the strength that you have, man. You have one hell of a jaw, my brother. So I got to give it to you, man. But I'm gonna play this clip from one of the first slaps that you had, man, and I just want you to let us know how it felt.
Hand on three, you must measure.
In physique between the two of them. Stevie Ray Payne said he's the most powerful heavyweight.
One.
You see that. Get ready for this.
Two.
Fight down! Fight down!
Oh, Stevie Ray landed a big shot, but
oh man,
The look on your face is like, come on, give it to me. Ooh. Okay. It was some barbecue sauce.
I can still taste. I got it.
So to this day, that specific one, the first one that Stevie hit me with, that is the hardest I've ever been hit. Everything that was one of those ones where I got hit. You see me kind of go, oh shit, because everything you got that flash for a second. I was like, oh geez, this is gonna be a long one. I gotta knock him out or I'm screwed.
How do you mentally? Because there's no way you can physically prepare for this. So how do you mentally prepare to get in there? Because you got the whole stance, you got the bar behind you, you're in a cross position. Like, how do you mentally get your mindset to say, you know what, I'm going to take a hell of a slap, and hopefully I can still blink and see everything, and I don't hear words, and I mean hear colors and smell words and shit.
Yeah, I thought you were going to show me the second one of those, because actually, in that fight with Stevie, the second time he hit me, he got a little bit more jaw on that first one. The second time he hits me, he comes across and it doesn't start bleeding, but you hear me go over to my coach and say, "Oh yeah, he just broke my nose," and my coach go, "Oh yeah, that's not. You just don't breathe out of it. You'll be fine." And so second round,
What?
so whenever I went for my second slap, the one I actually knocked him out with, I was like, okay, don't blow out through your nose. Don't breathe through your nose. Don't breathe through your nose. But it's just one of those things. Like, if I'm about to take a hit, I've always been like super family heavy, and I still am that way. So like, if you've ever seen, there's like a really viral clip that Izzy Adesanya had. And of course, I'm going to sound so fucking lame sorry, I don't know what I'm allowed to get away with cursing wise. But,
Go with it. We're all out.
Okay. But there's the clip of him, and he's standing there before a round in a fight, and he's saying, I'm prepared to die for this. I'm prepared to die for this. And that's kind of like, you're stepping in to get hit as hard as someone can, like unprotected, and you're like, okay, this may be the last time I'm able to do this. This may be, if I have to go up, you better knock me out. You better kill me.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the only way you're going to put me down. That's why, you see almost anger in my eyes every time I get hit. Cause I'm like, nope, you got to try hard in that one.
Well, look, you came back in a strong way. I don't want to give it away, but let's take a look at this strike.
Why you got the clubbing
Hand
foul?
count.
Right hand on one.
Are you going to measure?
Oh, he's going on one.
Right hand on one. He will
Got a
measure.
rebel.
That's your measure.
Stick that butt out. Let's go. On one.
He's done. Done.
Let's go.
Let the doc come in. Let the doc come in.
Wow. Oh, my. I did not expect that.
No, not in the slightest.
Cooper Housley absolutely rocked Stevie Ray Payne, who's still down.
Is that him making?
Man, listen, slapping in the sleep.
Wait, hold on. Is he snoring? Is he humming? Is he praying? What is going on?
It's like he was like moaning. He was somebody I can't remember off the top of my head the video. It ended Chiseled Adonis. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Chiseled Adonis made a video about that. Like he did a power slap one, and that was his main. And that's cool to me because I always watched him growing up, watching him for football highlights, watch all the touchdown highlights and all that stuff. And so one day one of my buddies tagged me and they're like, dude, you're the front of this Chiseled Adonis thing. And they zoom in on his face in the video and you can see because brain shots to the brain, this is funny coming from someone to power slap, shots to the head are no joke.
Uh-huh.
And so he just got hit so hard, his eyes were watering and he was just moaning. And it's sometimes if you've seen people get really good shots to the head, sometimes that'll happen. You don't realize you're doing it. You're just making noise because you're trying to make sure you're still breathing.
Jeez.
Listen, when I saw that slap, it just reminded me.
Good, make you want to slap your mama, don't it, Willie?
Yeah, boy. Hey, mama.
What the hell you want with? Ain't but one location, so it's near as you.
That's immediately what it reminded me of. Listen, that had to. What did it feel like to knock somebody out with a slap?
So one thing, and I'd never experienced it, 'cause that's the first time I ever knocked anybody out with any kind of anything. And so the first time I experienced it, it's very confusing because, and it's something you'll hear some boxers talk about. If you hit someone really flush, you just really get them, they don't, there's no resistance. You feel like you swung and missed. So I went and I slapped him and I almost felt like, oh shit, I missed. I just completely whiffed him. And then I saw him hit the desk. That's why you see me kind of for half a second, I'm like, oh shit. Because I've never experienced that. So whenever I hit him, it just went right through. And I was like, oh, did I just miss? And I saw him on the ground. And I was like, oh shit. Oh, I win. Hell yeah.
Let me ask you a question because your competitor, he went on 3 and you went on 1. Is it a strategy to choosing when you're going to, first you have to line up, right? Size them up. And then is there a strategy on going on 1 versus going on 3?
So fun fact, if I went on 1, you'll hear the referee ask, do I want to measure? If I don't want to measure and I'm going on 1, necessarily, I don't even have to do the line up with your face. I can just stand there, go back and hit you. You don't have a lot of guys that have the accuracy to do that. And so I think that's where you want that lineup, at least for me personally. I go on 1 because there's been a couple times where I've gone on 2. They're not as good. For me, I think it's a focus thing. If I'm just looking at you and I go back and on that 1, when I come back, I'm hitting you, I don't have to stop. I don't have to get in my head. It's just straight through. Versus if I'm winding up multiple times, I'll look away. I'll let things get in my head. I'm sitting there thinking too much. I just like to go on 1. You get a lot of guys who go on 3. You get some on 2. It's really just personal preference.
There's a rule that you guys have called no clubbing, right? Can you explain that to me?
So clubbing is the rules you have to hit with your full hand. So it's 3 points of contact here at the very base, right here where your fingers meet, like at the top of your palm, and the top of your fingers all have to hit at once. If I hit you and my hand only, it's one of those things where it's such a judgment call, and some referees, like when they're up close, they can't see the exact. So you'll see some people get away with leading a little with that palm. That's a club, but it's something that people get away with. Um, when you get some people coming almost sideways like a karate chop, and that's another one that's supposed to be a club but doesn't get called a lot. It's just anything. If I throw a slap that doesn't connect like perfectly here, like if I come down to the neck, and it's something I've gotten called for, and I think it's been 2 of my fights now. The first one I hit on Stevie, it wasn't a very good one. I'm so used to that pro wrestler go for the neck whenever I'm hitting someone. So that's happened twice when I've been up on stage, and I'm like, all right, one, and that was right in the neck. That's it.
Yeah, man. I would hate to get slapped in the throat. I don't know. I ain't been up and chopped or slapped in the throat, but I just feel like it's uncomfortable. The thing that gets me about that video, and I'm gonna show it again because I have to let everyone hear what I'm hearing. But this call to me before you slapped them was crazy to me. So I just want to play it again.
Why you got the clubbing
Hand count.
Right hand on one.
Are you going to measure?
Always going on one.
Right hand on one. He will
Got a
measure.
rebel.
That's your measure.
Stick that butt out. Let's go. On one.
So the stick your butt out, let's go. Stick your butt out, let's go. I didn't know how to maybe I'm new to it, so I'm trying to figure out what made him say that. But then I asked Roosevelt, and he was like, maybe it's a term like sitting in it, right? You sit in it, and then you swing. Is that something in power slap?
So that was Michael Bisping is a funny dude, and it's really cool. We get to have this UFC legend that he comes and commentates our slap fights, and he'll come and like when we're at the PI or at the Apex, we're just hanging out. He'll come hang out with us, and so Michael Bisping, if you listen to the commentary in my fights, he starts off and he shits on me a lot, but at the last couple fights, he's getting I'm growing on him, and I can tell, but. That one was, I think it was just the way that I was lined up because I drop my butt a lot whenever I'm about to slap, just because I'm so used to, I think of it like I'm throwing a discus because like I did that in high school and college. And so that's just the easiest thing to equate it to with me. Like if you watch someone just do a standard discus power throw, it's just like throwing the slaps that we have to throw in terms of like feet, where you want to adjust your weight, all that stuff. So like I was squatting down to make sure I was good, and I could hear him. There's not a lot you can hear with the because we have our earplugs in, but I just hear stick that butt out, and he doesn't have the camera on me, but I started smiling for a second. So I was like, damn it, Michael. Okay, here we go.
Stick that butt out. Let's go. Oh man.
Now
I want to. Go ahead.
Real quick, Brian, because you did mention it. Now in boxing, we do have a technique where you sit down in your punches. So if you're getting ready to engage in a boxing match, you sit down. You don't potentially stand straight up or lock your legs out. You sit down there, so when you throw a punch, you can get more turn into it. Now, incorporating that from a discus throw, you can pretty much go ahead and call that your discus power slap. Like that's yours. That's you. Discus.
You better brand it. You better copyright and brand it.
Real quick. Real quick. If nobody else is doing it, that is your thing now. Cooper's discus power slap. That's it. That's it. Go ahead, Brian.
I need to.
I think that by you doing track and field and throwing the discus, I think that actually helps you a lot because all of the motions of throwing the discus is the same motions that you would go for a slap, man. Can you tell me how that transitioned for you?
For me, I was just like watching it because going into it, like so I was going into it a little blind. They hadn't had too many shows yet, hadn't had too many events of like slap fighting. And slap fighting, it's one of those things that like so many people like to shit on it because it's like, oh, it's so stupid. You're just two guys slapping each other, and it's like, okay, name one other major sporting company that its first year turned a profit, and you can't. And it's like, okay. And Dana White is such a numbers guy, and it's going to sound like I'm just brown nosing my boss, but he's a smart. He knows what people want to see, and he did the numbers, and he said if you take the WWE, NFL, NBA, MLB, MLS, and like 2 or 3 other major sporting companies, you take all of their views on social media, combine them together, and it's still only like a fourth of what the numbers that Power Slap does. He's made like a ridiculous amount of money. Like it's their 9th event, and they're doing it out in Abu Dhabi, and they have multiple. We have shows set up for Abu Dhabi. They just got we have stuff cleared off in Texas now. They haven't like announced it, but it's been announced that January they're going to Saudi Arabia. So it's just one of those things where it's growing a lot quicker than I think most people realize. And the same ones who sit there and shit on it are the same ones who have commented on every Power Slap video that's ever come out. And it's like, you hate this, but you can't stop watching it. And I feel like that's it's such I guess it's car wreck TV, but
I love Power Slap, man, and I know we share it on our platforms a lot. And Power Slap can show us some love, so I appreciate whoever run that account. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you're 5th ranked, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. 5th ranked contender in our heavyweight division.
So how does the ranking system work?
They go based off wins, losses, quality of wins, kind of like how they try to keep everything as close to UFC, like us going by rounds, them having scores for everything. All of our stuff was through like I know they're not with USADA now. I think it's with WADA, but we were doing all of our drug testing and stuff through USADA. We were doing we have to go through the state of Nevada Athletic Commission. Like everyone's like, oh, it's such a little like rinky dink small, and it's like, no, we have to get licensed for MMA, like to be MMA fighters in all these different states. And it's like, I'm saying like a lot, sorry, but it's just growing a lot quicker than I think people realize, and it's cool to be a part of at that initial level, because now everyone that sees how quickly it can be so big is wanting to get a piece of it, and it's making it easy to weed out some of these guys who were here for those first 2 or 3 shows that got knocked out twice, who were like, yeah, I'm gonna take a step back. These guys that are serious about it, because you get some people that they quit their jobs, this is their life, this is all they do, and I think that's awesome to get some of these guys who are like top ranked that can do that, and it's just about who you beat, how you beat them. More knockouts are going to send you up the ranks quicker. I drew with Logan, but I jumped 2 spaces in the rankings, and part of that comes from, in my mind, obviously I was the one in the fight, but in my mind I beat the shit out of him. He didn't have any slaps that really rocked me, and all 3 of the slaps that I threw on him, you can see reactions too. But I cleaned him the first 2 rounds, and I fouled in the 3rd round. So like at a certain point, you see me look at the camera and say, "Yep, that's my bad. I fucked that up. I lost myself that fight." But they rewarded me in the rankings, and while it doesn't mean too much, it's like still cool to have next to your name, and it means I know I'm in consideration for some of the stuff coming up, and they have just some really cool shit coming up. So I'm looking forward to it.
So let me ask you a real question, because this may very well happen. You have Power Slap, right? And then you're right. I'm not sure if you're under contract with Power Slap right now. But what if a deal from a major wrestling promotion comes through? Say WWE, AEW, something like that.
So I feel like
WWE. Which one would you choose?
I think WWE would be the most open to working with Power Slap, because a lot of the WWE guys will come to the Power Slap shows. They'll be at the Power Slap after parties. There's a lot more overlap there than I think people realize. At least in terms of like, there's a lot of WWE guys who are big fans of ours, and there's a lot of us who are big fans of the WWE. We get some of the guys who come out to like wrestling theme songs. To my knowledge, I'm the only one with a contract that wrestles. There are a couple people who are trying to get into it now, and so I get a lot of DMs from guys that are on the Power Slap roster, like, "Hey, how do you get into wrestling?" I'll go find a school. It's the number one easiest way. Go find a school. But yeah, sorry, I trailed off. Totally lost.
No, you're fine. Which wrestler that's currently on a roster who you think that'll be really good at Power Slap?
So one of the people who was super into it, that was at the after party, was talking to all of us, chatting it up, shooting the shit, was Braun Strowman, and I think
I knew it.
he was so one of the coolest moments as like someone who grew up watching wrestling from the time I could remember to now. He was sitting there, every once in a while you'll get usually from a really drunk fan, you'll get oh, you guys just put your body on the line and we appreciate it so much. We got that sober from Braun Strowman about Power Slap, and it was just so weird. I was like, bro, I bet you've gotten this conversation like 80 million times. We appreciate you putting your body on the line, but he's like sitting there giving it to all of us, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy.
I can definitely see that. Roosevelt, you got to holler at Braun, man. That's your boy. Holler at Braun, man, to see if you can get him in Power Slap. You know what I'm saying? See, I just wanted to ask him some questions, see if he would actually do it.
Oh, Braun, he probably would, man. Knowing Braun, he's into like all kinds of crazy shit. Like Braun just be doing stuff. You be looking at him like, Braun, what are you doing? Just doing stuff, bro. Just doing stuff.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So Cooper, tell us, what is your workout or training like? Like how do you train for it? How do you prepare for it? And do you have moments when you get a chance to actually run, like roll around and train with some of the MMA guys down at the UFC compound? What was the name of the?
They call their PI the Performance Institute.
Yes.
So for me, training, a lot of it is I do the same stuff that I was doing when I was training discus in college. Like I'll try to do explosive lifts. You want to work a lot on your shoulders. You want to work, because that's one of the things that people don't think about a lot. There's so many little things that go into it, and it's like shoulders and elbows. They're both very easy to mess up, knock out of place, and all that stuff. And we've had our middleweight champion right now, John Davis. He's about to have a fight in Abu Dhabi. And there was one of his matches where I think it was the first or second round, he destroyed his shoulder on a slap and had to slap with his left hand for the rest of it. So there's the working on keeping both sides equal, because you never know. If I go in there and blow out an elbow on someone's chin, then I have to either choose to go ahead and give up the fight there, or try to keep it going with my left and see if I can't knock him out that way. And so I just do a lot of explosive, try to make sure I'm well balanced enough on both sides whenever I'm working everything. I do a lot of, I'm on the Stairmaster a lot whenever it comes time. Because whenever it gets closer to a fight, I walk around at about 285. And a lot of it just comes down to I have to cut to 265 when I fight. And so that's just, I'll get on the Stairmaster for an hour a day, cut back my calories. And it's usually pretty easy for me to do it. And then cut like hell until the day of the weigh-ins. Weigh-ins are over, and then I go eat as much as I can up until the next day when we fight.
Oh man, we got a resident chef on the show, man, and his favorite question is always, well, he switches it up sometimes, but what's your favorite meal to eat, either before performance or after? You know what I'm saying? A win.
So if I'm in Vegas, it's a tie between two. So beforehand, and like when we're just hanging out and everything, the family up there, the Viernesses, so the crazy Hawaiian hitman, that whole big family, like some of the founders really of slap fighting, their family, big Hawaiian family, they love taking care of everyone when we're up there. So we'll go up there and they'll just make a ginormous, they'll make a buffet of food for all the guys and just be like, yeah, just come on, grab a few plates, take what you need, take a little more, and then head on out. And it's like, oh, okay, sweet. So it has to be either a mixture of the food that the Hawaiians' mom and sisters make, or there's a restaurant in the hotel that we stay at, because we stay in the Circa Hotel when we're in Vegas. And there's a restaurant there called Victory Burger that I just absolutely adore. Absolutely love Victory Burger.
Victory Burger, that sounds good. Oh, man.
Now, how often are you ready or willing to eat after a fight? Because I'm sure getting your jaw slapped off your face, you ain't too motivated to go in there and start chewing on nothing. So how motivated are you to actually go out there and eat after a fight?
So for me, it depends. Like the last couple of times, making a lot of noise. The last couple of times I've gone out, I was on the pre-show. One of the former lightweight champion calls me the prelim legend because I'm always on the pre-show. And so whenever I was, if I'm fighting early in the day and I get a win, cool, I'm going to eat as much as I want and watch the rest of the card. If I lose, I'm usually like, I haven't experienced that one yet, but like whenever I had the draw that I had, I was super pissed. Wasn't the happiest. So I was just like, you know what, fuck this, fuck you guys. Let me get on the shuttle. Let me go back to the hotel. Let me not be around anyone. I want to leave. And then I get back to the hotel, and they were like, "Oh yeah, the after party's at the venue where the fights were. So now you have to pay for an Uber to come back because you wanted to be a dick earlier." And I was like, "Ah, well, shit happens." But did it to myself.
Oh man. Okay. So
I think the last time I saw you guys were at a show, wrestling show, and I want to say maybe been like a little over a year ago. How do you feel about as far as getting back into the wrestling side of things? Like, and do you foresee taking some of the power slap things that you do or you've learned into the professional wrestling ring? Like, would that be a finisher now if you got into a wrestling
I would
match?
love to see that as the finisher. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's whenever as soon as I signed my contract, I was like, cool. I'm gonna start working on this and just use a slap as my finisher. So yeah, it's been just over a year. Oh, yeah, it was a year in July that I signed my deal with them. I think I'm allowed to talk about it. I don't know, but I have a 2-year deal going on with them, so got a little bit under a year left on it.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
So what's some things that you want to accomplish either in wrestling or in the sport of power slam?
So my goal has always been when it comes to wrestling, I just want to be able to make that my job. I never really care who it's been for. Like I've gotten to see all these different companies come and go and like hang around and everything else because I was born in '99, started watching wrestling in about 2001, 2002. So, and I've gotten to see like TNA be made. I've gotten to see AEW be made, Ring of Honor, like all these different places that have like started. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. I don't need WWE to wrestle as a career. And so everyone's always like, oh, isn't WWE the goal? And I was like, no, you don't. I think it was Eddie Kingston said in an interview, like, I've never been a mark for the letters. It's all about the numbers to me. So if somebody wants to offer me a contract that will let me not have to work, and then so when I'm not wrestling, I get to hang out with my wife and kid, that's who I'm picking all day.
Absolutely.
I got a quick request. Because I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and the man still ain't answered my daggone challenge. If you already know what I'm talking about. If you happen to see him at a power slap after party, pull him aside and say, "Hey, Mr. Cena, sorry to bother you. Got to show you this promo. I think you need to respond." Just do that. Do that solid for me. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm on his ass. Okay, I'm on his nerves. And I'm going,
I got you. I've been seeing the promos. I like him.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's ducking it. If I see him, I got you. I haven't seen him yet, but if I see him, I got you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we looking forward to that one right there. Straight up.
Right, so I got a little thing for you. I'm gonna name 3 wrestlers. All right. And when I name the 3 wrestlers, I want you to say, if you were in a power slap competition with them, would you win with one? Would you lose with one? And would you be in a draw? So it's like a marry, kiss, kill type thing. So if I was in a power slap with him, I would win. If I was in a power slap with this guy, I would lose. If I was in a power slap with this guy, it would be a draw. Okay. Right. And the 3 guys are going to be Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and Gunther.
So that's all right. So I think
so Sheamus. Let's go with Sheamus first.
Sheamus, I think, would be probably the one that I would draw with. I'd say draw for Sheamus. Yeah, that's someone who's been in fights since before I was born. So I don't like my odds of being able to knock him out quick with a slap.
All right. Gunther.
Gunther is the one that I think between him and Drew, I'd have to pick that I'd beat. That's
I
it's
can
funny
see
because
that.
I model all this like whenever I was learning to wrestle and everything. Any strike that I throw, it's like try to model it after his because like I think he is so effective with what he does. Like I just love watching him wrestle. But I think I could crack him with a little slap. Just let me go
I
first
believe
on
that
that.
because Luther doesn't have a good chin like that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some people just rock Gunther and like, oh man, that wasn't supposed to happen. So I can absolutely see you knocking Gunther ass out. All right, now Drew McIntyre.
Drew of the three of those, I think he would be the one I would lose to. Or no, Drew
Mm,
McIntyre that would leaves tie. I think I could
right.
probably tie with Drew. Drew'd have to cut to 265, so I could probably wouldn't be a big cut for him, but I'd still try to take advantage of it.
This is cool. I think that you'll slap the shit out of all of them. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I think that's what I'm waiting for. That's the one thing that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for somebody to literally slap the shit out of somebody. I want to see some brown stuff come out on the back end. When I see that, I think I would be complete. Would you want to slap the shit out of somebody?
So I've chopped the piss out of people, but I've never like I've chopped someone and made them piss their pants a little bit, but I don't know if I would want to smack the shit out of someone just because it's like, damn, now you got to go home to your wife, your kids, whoever you got to go home to. You really have to go home not only knowing you just got knocked out, but you knocked out and shit your pants on TV, on a stage in front of that many people. And you know the second the person you're fighting notices that you're, holy shit, I'm sorry. Look! I'm just gonna
Oh yeah.
grab the camera, zoom in on it myself. Look at it. But
Oh, memes.
some
I'm
people need the
celebrating.
black hands too.
If I slap the shit out of somebody, I'm pointing to it. I'm celebrating. I'm putting that on a shirt. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be my profile picture for the next 3 weeks.
Just next to him.
Yeah. You can't show your face and power slap again. If somebody literally slaps the excrement out of your body, you can't show your face again. I don't know.
I've se-
Somebody's going after
I've seen it
somebody.
come close a few times. There have been a few guys who I've seen. It's like, oh, I don't know how you like some of those guys who just showed up one time, got knocked out, and left. I don't know how they didn't. How they did. One of them's a wrestler.
Yeah.
One of them's an
Just don't
indie
eat
guy.
chili or sushi before the fight. Just don't stay away from those two before the fight. Each and every fight.
I
Man.
usually will try to
Next
sleep
week
up
we
until.
oh, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was just saying. I usually will try to sleep right up until we leave for our fight. Cause we take a shuttle at a certain time. My go-to is to sleep because I get really anxious about shit, and so it's for me. I'm like, all right, if I'm not up thinking about it, I can't overthink about it. So I'll usually just try to sleep, even if we're leaving at 1 o'clock. I'm like, all right, cool. If I stay up this late the night before, I can sleep until 1, and we're good. We're good.
Mhm.
In a couple of weeks, we have Kevin Phoenix coming on. Are you familiar with Kevin Phoenix?
Oh, I love Kevin Phoenix.
So he's down there with you guys with the power slap. I think he's on the road to the title thing.
Mhm.
Run us through of what the road to the title means. Like, is that like a tough enough type thing, or like a what was the UFC thing?
Ultimate Fighter.
Ultimate Fighter. Is that the equivalent to that?
So, to my knowledge, yes. I think they. I was going to be. This is gonna show how little I really watch our own product. I never watched a single episode or fight from the first season, and I still haven't to this day. But so, like, I went to my first fight really, really blind. But I just see the little highlight clips and stuff on Instagram. But I never watched any of the first season. The second season I was going to be a part of, they hit me up. They said, "Hey," I was like 295. They said, "Hey, we need you to cut weight. You got 3 weeks, and we're gonna get you on a plane." I was like, "Okay, cool, awesome." I cut weight, was filming stuff for them for like the little home videos, all that good stuff. The day of, I think my plane left at 5:30 that day. I'm up at 4 a.m. about to leave the house, and I get a text, not even a call, a text. "Hey, don't come out here. You're actually not on this season." I was like,
Mm.
you just had me do all of the. I haven't eaten in a week and a half. You just had me get up at 4 a.m. for a flight. I've taken work off for the next 2 weeks. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Cool. And then they ended up having me on a fight not too long after, right as they were doing the casting for season 3. ended up being the only person who won my fight that wasn't invited to season 3. So I think they just have this vendetta against me when it comes to Road to the Title. So I've just been made it a point to not watch it. And if they don't want to play with me, I won't play with them, kind of deal. I think it's an Ultimate Fighter thing. They did the lightweights. They brought in a new weight division, real small guys, and they had it be a tournament. And that's kind of what they've done a lot of this season with. They're making it they're doing a live finale where they're going to crown the first champion for that division and stuff. But whoever does it's going to get absolutely rocked by Robert Trujillo. So it's pretty much they're doing this big tournament. It's like, all right, who do we get to feed to Robert? Who do we get to feed to Robert?
I know that you guys are friends or friendly, or damn near family, because he done accepted you into his family and fed you and all that stuff. But I think I would want to see you go up against the Hawaiian Hitman. Is that something that's possible? And would you want to face him?
So I would have to put on a little bit of weight to face Hawaiian. I'd have to do that at super heavyweight. I would do it, and like I said, I love those guys. Both of them are great, and so I'd do it if the money would like it, and that's how they are with each other too. They've always said, hey, you guys make that money right, we'll fight each other. And so it's like if the money's there, which it usually is for Power Slap, I'd do it if that's what they needed me to do, if that's what they wanted me to do. If they said, hey, if you want to get to a title, next thing you got to do is fight one of the Hawaiians. That's what I'm going to do. End goal here is to pick up a belt, try to, Power Slap's one of those things where you can either be good for a good little bit or you can be bad for a very short period of time. So
Right.
I'm trying to be good so I can stick around it as long as possible, trying to stay healthy, stay on top of it, stay winning.
Well, a part of you staying on top of it is pretty much talking and cutting great promos, right? Whenever you get an opportunity.
Yeah.
It is for the segment. So we have Roosevelt here. For some reason, he has beef with everybody who comes on this show. And sometimes we got to do a little battle. So I want you, Cooper Housley, to cut a scathing promo against the one and only Roosevelt. I want you guys to go to blows, blow for blow on this promo battle. So you ready for that?
I mean, I don't get a choice, do I?
No, you don't. Not this one. All right. So Cooper Housley and Roosevelt. Are you ready, sir?
Always.
How are we doing this? How are we? Do we have like a little rule list? Are we?
Nope.
Going one for one.
No holds barred. You can say whatever you want. You just have to destroy him on the microphone. That's it. All right. Prepare yourselves. We are going to war. All right, it's on you, House.
Oh, it's on me. Oh, shit. Can I go second?
You can. I'll give you that.
All right.
Roosevelt.
I wasn't prepared. I think it was a nice roast and to make sure I'm appealing to the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to give yourselves an opportunity to give this man his flowers. Give him his flowers because he's found what he is good at, and we all know that it was not professional wrestling. He decided to run away from the ring and step in front of another man and allow him to degrade his personality, degrade his manhood, and slap the shit out of him. Cooper, what in the hell are you doing with your life? You came into this game thinking that you were going to be the greatest wrestler of all time. And I guess you figured out that you just couldn't cut it. So you ran. You ran and you're still running. You're running your mouth, you're running your legs, and you're standing in front of another man just to be slapped. Well, slap him and call him Sally. Well, hello, Sally. I'm your daddy. My name is Roosevelt. And if you think you're going to slap me, you better realize that I like to fight.
Oh man! He brought out the big guns and the taser. Oh man!
All right.
Cool.
This is I always say. People go first. You better go first.
Oh man! Big house. What you got, man?
All right. So I ran away and hid because I was no good at this sport. That's what we're telling me. From a man who sits there and gets disrespected, degraded, flat out ignored by someone else who doesn't even know he exists. And I know you couldn't see that one coming, but here it is. I can comfortably bounce back and forth between the two sports that I'm involved in. I don't need to limit myself to one. So the only running I'm doing is back and forth from my house to shows to the bank to power slap to shows to the bank back to the house. A little, yeah. So before you say that I'm just standing there to let someone hit me, just to get disrespected, because I'm afraid of not getting hit for real so I can go get hit for real. Just remember this, Roosevelt. You have been chasing for 20 years, what it took me to get in two. And that's a contract.
Oh my God!
I like that.
Oh man, they brought out the big guns.
I'm not crying. You crying? I'm not crying. You crying?
You don't cry the car. Somebody book it. I want to see it, damn it. I don't care if it's a boxing match, slap boxing match, power slap, wrestling match. Somebody book it. I want to see it. Oh man, thank you for participating in the promo battle, Cooper. Man, that was fun. Thank you for doing that. Oh man, Roosevelt, you better watch your mouth when he slapped the taste out of it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Look.
Yeah, I love it, man. First, Roosevelt, would you ever compete in a power slap match?
No.
No.
I have this kill switch that I have never turned on, and I don't want to turn on because I don't know if I can turn it off. And I think if I stood there and I took a slap, I think that switch would get activated, and then there's not enough military on this planet to calm me down. So, I'm gonna let Cooper have that. Cooper the man. You the man, Cooper.
That's like a lot of people. That's I think the number one thing is, or the number one thing people say is like, oh, I could just never stand there and get slapped. And for me, it's like, it's either stand here and get hit by someone who I know is coming for the jaw. I know what to expect for a considerable amount of money, or I could be at an indie show making like $50, getting blasted on accident by someone who doesn't know what the hell they're doing. And so I was like, I run about the same risk either way. I'll take the one that pays more. I get to hang out, do that. And I was like, because at the end of the day, I'm taking these random like elbows, knees, kicks, and stuff to the jaw anyway. I might as well get paid well for it.
I dig it. You the man with that. You the man. You the man. I you know all your flowers.
I was saying half the guys are so cool anyway. We just hang out, shoot the shit after. So it's like you get two people who's like, what we hate when we're on that stage. You know, it's fuck you. Hope you die. I'm about to slap through you. 2 hours later, we're both at the pool, just like, so we made a little bit of money. Winner buys the drinks, right? All right, cool. Have fun.
I'm gonna have to drink through a straw because you slapped the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely see that happen.
That's how it was after that fight with
man.
Stevie. I couldn't move this half of my face for like a week and a half.
Oh, sheesh. Oh man, so that had to be tough. Talk about that real quick. Recovering from something like that, man. You said it took you a week to recover. Did you put like ice on it and stuff, or being gay?
So,
How did that work?
It really, like for recovery and stuff, it depends on the fight. Because like my first fight, I got knocked out, and I was like, oh damn, I'm gonna have to deal with all the stuff that comes with concussions, all this blah blah blah. Easiest concussion I've ever had. My head hurt for maybe 2 days. After that, I was fine. I didn't really hurt. Didn't really like I said, whenever I got knocked out, it was more the way my neck whipped than anything. Like if you watch it back, you can see me and my neck just goes and I'm out. So like for that one, after like 2 days, I was fine. Nothing really hurt. Like a day after I got home, so I was chilling. The second one I had, face was messed up, so I like iced it a little bit. The third one I had, I like have pictures on my phone that I took right after the fight. You couldn't tell I'd gotten hit because he just couldn't catch. I don't know if he couldn't catch me clean, or if he just doesn't hit hard like that. But after the last one, I was just more pissed after the fight than anything. So I was like, man, I should have fucking won that. I should go home with a winner's purse. Now I'm just going home pissed off. But,
so when you lose, you don't get anything?
no, so I make like X amount of money for showing up. It doubles if I win, and then they have knockout bonuses that they give out that are like 10 grand a piece.
Oh snap! Listen, I slapped a couple people before. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this. Oh man!
So you said turn with it, right?
Yeah.
You got to turn, rotate with it. You know, maybe I'm gonna play golf tomorrow. Maybe
the whole
that'll
time
help.
I'm like 10,000.
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty much like that's all I'm thinking about as I'm going. I'm like, all right, remember, if he knocks you out, not only do I not get the winner's money, but he's gonna get posted all over Instagram. He's gonna get a knockout bonus. He's gonna clown you on his shit. Just all right.
So real quick, and I know we can close. How do you brace for it? Is it more so of like you just kind of clench down, or do you kind of go with the slap along with it?
So from that's another one. It's like everyone. There are some people you'll get they flinch a lot because they try to roll with it. Some people can do it, time it well enough to where they won't get called for their flinches. Other people try to lean into it and they get called for theirs. Me, I'm just biting down as hard as I possibly can, and I'm like, all right, come on, just do it, because I like neck force and stuff. I work like crazy. I do headstands, bridging, all that good stuff. So it's like my neck is really strong. So it's just kind of like, all right, come on, and just bite down. I do that, and I have like specific like jaw exerciser that I'll buy that a lot of the guys have like sponsor codes for and stuff. So I'm like, ha ha ha.
The thing that you guys hold behind your back, what is that for?
So I call it a pool noodle. I don't know what it's for. I think I think the primary purpose of it is to keep guys' shoulders back so they're not up here. Because there were a lot of guys, especially when it was first starting out, you'd have their shoulders up here, just completely blocking any type of way you could smack them.
Doing the Uncle Fester
companies. Yeah, there are some
the Uncle Fester. Yeah, you got to call that Uncle Fester.
But that's one of the things they've been trying to crack down on a lot, because you'll get some people who when they're tightening their chin, that's they're like down here just turtling it, and so it's just no, fuck that. You gotta, the pool noodle kind of helps you keep it back, helps you keep from just like instinct turning. I don't know what brought it. I don't know if it's to show, like, so you can see it fly whenever like someone gets knocked out. Or I remember after the first time I got hit in my last fight, I had gotten myself so in my head that after he hit me and it did, like, it was nothing, I turned around and got pissed and threw it. Because I threw it into the crowd and I was like, let's fucking go. Like, oh, I'm about to knock him out. And then my coach comes over and he's like, "Hey, bud, they asked politely if you could not do that again and just set it back down." And I was like, "My bad. That's my bad, y'all. I'll relax. I'll relax."
You hit the old lady in the second row. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You hit her with a noodle upside the head. Oh man.
That's what it is. It's like a little pool noodle in their little covers. That's what it feels like, at least.
Gotcha.
Oh man. Well, listen, man, we can't wait to see more from you. We would love to see you at the top of the card on both sports, man. So as long as we'll keep on supporting you and sharing all your stuff, man, and we're gonna be rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a house sign, you know what I'm saying? The guy Cooper House,
I
big house on
appreciate it.
you know what I'm saying?
I
So
appreciate it.
yeah, man, we love you for coming on the show, man. You a best damn alum. You can tell the fellas that it's okay to come on the show. You know what I'm saying? They can come on
I was
and
about to say, I got some people I could definitely send your way if you want more power slap guys getting their heads wrapped around
yeah,
it.
man. We love stories and we love to get to know people. You know what I'm saying? So people they're gonna get to know you through this show, man, and we would love to extend that same courtesy to the rest of the power slap guys to, you know what I'm saying, just tell people who they are and get people behind them. So thank you, Cooper, for coming on the show, man. Listen, let the beautiful people know what you got going on and where can they find you.
Going on first show back in about a month and a half after having the baby. I'll be up in Hagerstown, Maryland this weekend for Voltage Wrestling. Wrestling a tournament up there. Got a few different guys that I've wrestled with a bunch on the card. Facade will be there. Danny Moe, the Neon Blondes. They'll be there. Cowpoke Paul, and a few other guys that wrestle in that area. We got some shows coming up in the Carolinas. Got to redo my license because I did it like halfway through the year. So I let it lapse in like June, but I haven't needed it for South Carolina. Instagram is probably the best way to see. I've been trying to post more on there. My Instagram, my Facebook, Cooper Housley on both of them. I use Twitter like every once in a blue moon. That's Housley Cooper. Just trying to travel to more shows, hopefully be on one of the Power Slap cards coming up in December or January.
And that's in Vegas, right?
So the one in December is Vegas. The one in January is Saudi Arabia.
Okay. I ain't that I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, so I'm not that far from Vegas. So I might have to go check that out, especially if Big House is on that card. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I'll have to hit you up whenever I go out there next time.
Absolutely, man. Listen, man, we do this thing at the end of every show. It's a way for us to give a little bit of motivation, little quotes, something to get people through their week and through their day. So, Big House, Cooper Housley, do you have a final word for your beautiful subjects?
Of course. Just get up is a big thing for me. And that means, if you're like one thing I battle with a lot is depression, anxiety. It'll trap you to the bed. And if you can get up, that's one win. That's even if it's the smallest win you have that day, it's a win. And it's a starting point. Little wins, you just tack them together. You got out of bed, that's a win. You made it to the bathroom to brush your hair, that's a win. You threw some clothes in the hamper, that's a win. And if you can just attack life that way, stack up those little wins, the wins start to get bigger and it makes your life a lot better.
Absolutely. That is a final word from the one and only Big House, Cooper House.
Yes,
oh, man. Roosevelt, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Yes, my final word is life is a lot easier when there's no fear in it. A lot of times we stop ourselves from being able to do something because we're afraid. Get out of your own head, get out of your own way. Stop being afraid and just let the good things that are there for you happen. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be perfect for you. That is my final word for the Best Damn podcast.
Oh, man. That is a final word from the maniacal cutthroat, Roosevelt. Oh, man. Both of these gentlemen will slap the hell out of you. I'm just saying. My final word for the beautiful people is protect your peace. Protect the things that bring you peace. Offline, me and Cooper was talking, and we were talking about family and protecting your family in certain types of ways. And so, if your family brings you peace and brings you joy, then protect that, because there are people out here that will take advantage of that, that'll try to destroy what you have going on, that'll try to distract you from the things that you're trying to accomplish in your life. And then, if you don't know what brings you peace, then you have to look inward. You know what I mean? Or look to a higher source to be able to find where your peace lies. You know what I'm saying? So when you do find that peace, or when you do find a piece of joy, whether it's within yourself, within your family, or in something that you enjoy doing, protect that at all cost. That is the final word from your boy, Brian Renegade. Oh, man. Cool. We appreciate you being on this platform, man. Listen, for everybody that's listening on Radioland, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Radio, wherever you get your podcasts, thank you for listening to us. If you're watching this on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all those platforms, thank you for watching us. Coop, I got to have you in the show for us. So I'm going to say we will see you next week on the next Best Damn. Well, I want you to say damn. So I'm going to point to you, and I want you to give me your best damn. Ron Simmons like damn. Deep from your bowels. You know what I'm saying? from the gut. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got to dig deep in the beard to pull this damn out. You ready?
I got you.
Oh, man. We will see you next week on the next Best
Damn
Wrestling Podcast. Boy, that was an intimidating damn.
That sounds like Ron Simmons. I got them. If I had my eyes closed, I would have thought he was on the show.
Oh man, Cooper, you are a friend of the show, man. You can come on anytime if you got something to promote. Come on. I know we're gonna see some big teams from you, my brother. So I salute you, and hey man, I'm just waiting to see you slap the shit out of somebody. It's going. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen. You're gonna slap the excrement out of somebody. It's gonna happen.
Hey,
oh man,
I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. Like,
thank you.
I'm very proud of you.
Go ahead and give your flowers, Roosevelt.
Yes, absolutely. And tell Gail I said hello.
Yes,
Kiss the baby for us. And you are a gentleman and a scholar, and we would dance at any party that you are happen to throw, because the flowers is all in your court. So let's get up out of here. Because I got some cookies and milk to go eat.
Beautiful people, we out of here. We bid you